Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are shopping the stash, and I haven't done this in quite some time. It feels like it's been a few months at least, but I know there's items in my collection that I love and I just haven't reached for or had the opportunity to play with them again. So we go through all the drawers, we go through the eyeshadow palettes, and find some things to play around with. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using all the products I have in my collection already, just keep watching. I know I want something hydrating. I love my Laura Geller. I keep using this. It's almost gone, but I feel like I use it quite a bit. Okay, foundations and concealers in the same drawer. I want something glowy. Ooh, I haven't used LYS lately. I do like this. It is a really nice foundation. So maybe this one. The Prisma Libre from Givenchy. I like it, but I don't know that I want to use it today. Estee Lauder Double Wear. Let's see, we also have these up here. I just used the CoverGirl Outlast for work the other day. Still love this. It's so good. ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic. Ooh, I do like this. I think I'm going to use this one today. I do need to use like a glow drop to make it a little bit darker. All right, so I'm going to grab the Say Glow Drops. And then for concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Hydrating. This Radiant one is really nice. I have some really good concealers. I just used this one. I actually just used this in a drugstore video or a more affordable video. I'm going to stick with the Tarte Radiant though. Setting powders. So if I picked any of my Huda Beauty, would you guys be surprised? But I don't think I'm going to use that today. I haven't used my Givenchy in a while, the Prism Libre. Love the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur. Such a good setting powder. I have the One Size Max Studio Fix. Actually, this one's a little bit darker, so I could deepen up. I'll use this one today. I haven't used it in a while. Okay, contour and bronzer. Moira, I am almost out of this. I've been using that nonstop. The Winky Lux, I just picked this up back in February, and I've been using this so much. Fenty Matchstick, Milk. Ooh, I haven't used this in a while, and I really like the contour stick. So I'll use this. Now for bronzer, let's see. I have quite a few good ones. I just picked up the Rem Beauty. We have the, what is this, Chocolate Soleil. Oh, this is the Sun Bunny. Is that what it is? Snow Bunny. Oh, I haven't used Zoeva in a while. Let's use this one. It's a powder. On to blushes, and there's quite a few good new ones. Milk, I've been using these quite a bit. Really love them. Once I figured out how to use them, I've been loving them. Winky Lux, this blush I've been using with the contour quite a bit. Really enjoy it. Let's see. We just picked out a powder bronzer, so I should probably do a powder blush. We have Patrick Ta. Oh, I haven't used the ColourPop ones in a while. I need to clean this drawer out again, you guys. Like, this is just a mess. Betty Boop, I just used this. This is a hard decision. Actually, I don't think I've used Kylie in a while. Which one is this? We're Going Shopping. Let's grab this one. I haven't used it in a long time. On to the highlighter drawer. The Sephora bronzer is really good. It has some Myrix. Here's one from Charlotte that I haven't used in a while. Ooh. She was just giving this away for free on her site. The confetti one, Fenty, ColourPop. So many good ones. Artist Couture. This one is pretty. The S'Exposé. Let's use this one today. Okay, on to lips. I feel like I want to use a liquid lipstick today. Let's see. This one from Anastasia is one of those like blurred lips. It's really nice. I don't think I want to do red. I kind of want to keep it nude. Pat McGrath Labs. This one's in the shade Nude Venus. Or, let's see, Sigma. This one was me grab a couple. We'll go with these two. Okay, we need eyeshadow, and I picked something up a couple weeks ago after I did the Cosmic brushes. I picked up two of the palettes from Cosmic. This is the Muse palette, and then I also have, what is it, Serenity. I really want to use Muse. The color story kind of speaks to me. And I put it immediately into the case because it's not new, but I think I want to use this one today. Okay, now into, so this is brows right here, my little tester sizes of mascara, and then drugstore and higher end. So I think I just picked this up, the Precisely My Brow Wax, which I really like. I've got my Benefit Goof Proof, which I use nonstop, and then my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Those are on the tops along with like my Rare Beauty, Gimme Brow. But what I haven't used lately is the Too Faced Fluff and Hold. This will like hold your brows, no problem. So I think I'm gonna use this. And then for mascara, so I wasn't a fan of the Betty Boop Glam Light. Panorama from L'Oreal is really good. We just picked up the Lash Paradise again. Surreal. Do I want drugstore or do I want more expensive? Ooh, this one's a good one. The Telescopic Lift. Max Stack's a really good one. I haven't used that in a while. One Coat Wow. I reach for this all the time. Their Real Magnet. Rowan. Ooh, Wonder Beauty I haven't used in a while. The Mile High Club. This one's a really good one too. Actually, I think I'm gonna use Max Stack. It's such a good mascara. Okay, you guys, I feel like a Shop My Stash was long overdue. I don't think I've done one in like 2 or 3 months. And I have some good things that I picked out that I haven't used in a while, and we're just gonna play around and see what they are all about. I am gonna use my P. Louise base to prime my eyes. This is a newer like packaging. It used to be a matte black, and now it's this like soft pink. But it's one of my favorite eyeshadow primers. Okay, the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. When I used the Cosmic Brushes Gothic palette, which was the first time I'd ever used any of their eyeshadows, I was so impressed and I loved the color story. So I went back on their site and I looked at other eyeshadow palettes and I picked this one up. I love the colors in here. This reminds me of a spring eyeshadow palette. You have some beautiful greens, you got some mauvey purpley tones, you have the brown. So it's kind of earthly. Like you've got the earthy tones in here. So I do love the color story on this. I'm gravitating towards, of course, the mauvey purple shade that's down here. But I don't know what else I want to do. I'm not going to swatch the entire palette, but I want to swatch some of the shimmers to see which one I want to use. And then we'll go with our base colors around that. Ooh, so these are the first 4 shades that I swatched. So this one is Luster. It looks like it's white in the pan, but it is like a purpley pink. This will probably go in the inner corner. Then I did Ambient, which kind of gives me like, they call it like the scarab look, where it goes between brown and green and teal. Then we have Antique, and this one has more, where this is more brown, this one's more like gold champagne with lighter tones. And then you have Muse, which is a beautiful pink. And I kind of want to use Muse and Luster together. Although I do like the green tones in here, but I did just do a green look. So I think I have a way forward. Let me go ahead and swatch this. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. I kind of do I want to use this instead? No, I'm going to use the pink and then Luster, which is kind of that purple. Okay, so because I want to use the shade Muse, I think I'm going to do kind of the mauve shade and then some brown tones. So I'm going to start with the shade Petal. This is just going to go into the crease and the outer V. Now when I buy eyeshadow palettes, like I usually buy the brand new releases because a lot of times that's what people want to see. They want to see the new and what do we think about it? Like, why should they pick it up? That type of thing. But I was so impressed, one, with the price point of Cosmic brushes, and then the quality of their eyeshadows. And after I used the Gothic palette, I used it 2 more times within like the next week and a half when I wasn't filming. And even after work, I would use it to just kind of like amplify whatever I had from work. Sometimes using the duo shifts or the other like shimmers to just, without having to take my makeup completely off, just add a little oomph to it, especially if we were going out with some friends. I did not want to like take my makeup off and then spend another hour doing my makeup when I could just go in and fix my eyeshadow look to be a little more representative of who I am and like how I was feeling that night. I don't think I've ever showed you guys how I do that with my stuff. If you're interested in like knowing how, instead of like redoing my entire makeup look, doing like an add-on to that, let me know and I'll do one of those videos where I do my everyday type of look and then show you how I amplify it to go out to dinner or on a date or whatever with Luke. All right. But I was so impressed and I was like, well, I could go and do a video on this palette or the Serenity palette. But I also feel like there's so many new releases. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to add it to a collection. I'll end up using it. And then today I was feeling like I need to do a SHOPMY stash. And I was like, that's a perfect opportunity to incorporate all the goodies I already have in my collection and then try out something that I've picked up recently but isn't necessarily like new. Are you guys interested in seeing some of the like not brand new releases but like, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Because I do know when I was going through all my stuff the end of last year. Let me go ahead and pick another shade. I like how that looks right now. I'm going to use the shade Rosewood. This has more of like a red undertone for the brown. I'm still going to use my fluffy crease brush. Like I know last year, towards the end of the year, was not ideal. Was unexpected. And I was just kind of in a rut. I took probably 2 months off from filming. Month. It was a while. It was longer than I'd done in a while. Just because I needed some time for myself. And there were still things that I had ordered. And I decided to do videos on them. People were still watching them. But I also know there's like a time frame. You order something and in the next 2 weeks you film with it, post it, whatever. More people look at it. Fine. But sometimes I just want to play with makeup and it's not even about the review. Sometimes it's, oh, this is new and I want to try it out. And I've even reviewed stuff that no one else has reviewed and people have commented in the video saying, you know, I didn't see another review from someone else. So I don't really know, does it matter that it's been out for 2 or 3 months? Like, do you guys care? Or would you prefer that it just got released and I want to see it, like a video in the next couple weeks or the next month? For me, that's not always the case. I'm not always able to do it as soon as it releases because I don't receive PR. A lot of these things I've purchased myself. But it's for a love of makeup and wanting to let someone else know, save your money because it might not be for you. But I still have so much fun playing with beautiful eyeshadow palettes, hence why I picked up this palette. And I'm really liking this shade Rosewood. So I thought it was more of a brown. It's more of a red with like brown undertones, but I'm really liking this. I thought I was going to dig into Fig to deepen it up. I kind of want to just use Rosewood on my compacted smudge brush and deepen it up. And then if I want a more smoked out outer V, I could use Fig. But I really like this shade because it's more of like a purpley red. Oh, I think that was perfect. Just adding like a deeper shade for it. Sometimes it's just all about changing the brush that you're using. Okay, I like the shape I have right now. I do have a makeup wipe right here, so I can kind of clean this up. I don't usually show you guys how I clean it up. I just start here on the outer edge and work my way in until I get the shape. I've made a mistake in the past where I've gone too close in and I'm like, ooh, I need to build that back up. But I just slowly work my way in till I get the shape, and I drag towards the end of my eyebrow so I get that like snatched eye look that I want. See? And even like coming right here, because this is going to help with the under eye when I go and do that. And this will get feathered out when I do my foundation. But that gives us a good shape so far. I'm going to go into Muse. I'm going to use my middle finger for this and place it. It's such a beautiful shade. Right here in the center. This actually gives me like spring flowers. That is so pretty. And I'm going to go into the shade Luster. This one I'm going to pick up on my ring finger and place it into the inner corner and into Muse. Oh, I love that because I don't know if you can really see it. The purple into the gold and that pink. Ooh. I don't have any flowers in the front yard or the backyard that are blooming. And that was definitely like grandma's thing, was flowers. I do not have a green thumb. As much as she tried, I do not have a green thumb. But I do still have the orchid from her memorial. I brought it back from Michigan with me. And that flower is thriving. I'm pretty sure it's grandma keeping an eye on it, making sure to remind me to give it some water and give it some love and light. But this is very reminiscent of the color tones of the orchid. She loved the purpley, burgundy, pinky shades. All right, before I start crying, I'm gonna go do this eye. I'll be back for the rest of it. Okay, on to primer, and we are using the e.l.f. Niacinamide Power Grip. I'm pretty sure I said that backwards. But I need all the hydration for right now. I just did microdermabrasion to kind of help my skin. But it takes off the first layer and it can be drying. So I need all the hydration. And it's nice and sticky. And then Tarte Timeless to smooth out pores and lines. Doesn't take a lot just to smooth out the porous areas. All right, and then we're gonna use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation, but we're gonna start with the what is this? This Glowy Super Gel in Sun Glow. I have used the lighter shade, but not the darker shade. So it is an air pump. It is gonna push everything from the bottom up. We'll start with the small amount and build, apparently. Nothing too intense, and it actually kind of looks like it smoothed out some of the area. Just kind of evened out everything. Because the forehead is like a sun shield, I need a little bit more coverage there. When I used the lighter shade, I really liked it because it just gave a really nice glowy effect to the foundation I was using. Whereas this one, I want to deepen up my foundation. So I'm interested to see how it does. For as dark of a shade as it looks in the tube, I don't feel like it's too overpowering. So into the ColourPop Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I have mine in the shade Medium 85N. And it is a very thin type of foundation. It's not too thick. It's very liquidy. And it is a very affordable foundation. Also sold at Ulta. I do have to be careful with it because how liquidy it is. The one time I went to go put it on my face, I completely missed my cheek and it just went straight down my shirt. But then I don't like putting it on my brush because of how liquidy it is. I just feel like my brush kind of soaks it up sometimes. Not forget to bring it down your neck so everything blends together into the inner sockets of your eyes. Now, just in case you think that you have too much foundation on, you can take a damp sponge and just kind of soak up the excess. All right, now on to the Milk Makeup Contour Stick. And it just blends in to look so natural. Alright, so we're going to use the MAC Studio Fix for powder. I always like to prep mine before I do my concealer. That way I have it ready for when I need it. And mine's actually in the shade Medium, so this will give a little bit of color to my foundation, being that it is a little bit lighter. It looks like it's evening out. Alright, and then the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant. My shade is in Light Medium 29N. I love the Tarte Shape Tape, but I also like the Radiant because it's nice and creamy. And if my under eyes are feeling a little dry that day, I like the hydration. Alright, so picking up the powder on my Beauty Blender Puff. I kind of feel like I need to get this setting powder in the lighter shade because I do like it. It's just a little too dark. It is good for deepening up my lighter foundations, I will say that much. But I would like it in a lighter shade so that I can use it more frequently. See, and even then, the sifters, like, I hate these actually. I tend to like pull them off of most of my, well, at least this lid. If I cut this off and just let it pour out, I think it'd be easier. Okay, before we move on to everything else, let's go ahead and finish off the under eye with the palette. I kind of want to dig into the greens a little bit. I think I want to use the shade Water Lily. This one I'm going to take the entire length. I like the green. It gives it a pop of color. Now I'm going to go into the shade Filigree. This one is just going to go a little bit into the center before I deepen it up with Rosewood. And now into the shade Rosewood, we're gonna do just a little bit into the underneath and then finesse that outer V. And into the compacted smudge brush just to fine tune this outer edge. I feel like that's a very fun look. Okay, now we need bronzer. So I picked out my Zoeva Radiant Bronzer Highlighter. I have mine in the shade Lumi 0.2. So I'm gonna stick mostly with the bronzer and not necessarily go into the highlighter portion. It's been a while since I've used this one, but it survived the declare, so I feel like it's only fair that I use it. Okay, now we need blush. Actually, I don't think I put any of the bronzer on my neck. Now that it's starting to get warmer, my nose has just been running. And it's not even that I'm sick, it's that my allergies do not like the pollen. So because the flowers are literally just spitting out all the pollen, my nose just continuously runs. All right, more cohesive. So blush, we picked out the We're Going Shopping from Kylie. This is the old formulation, it's not the new one. I've had it for a little while, but I also said that I was not decluttering everything, but I wanted to go back and try things, see if I still like them, and then make a decision later. And this is one of those. I like the peachy shade, but I haven't used it in a while. And this actually, it might be a little too pale. Maybe not for work because it's subtler than some of my other blushes. And see, it's building. So maybe I will keep it. Oh, this is beautiful. And it's not really a glowy blush, but I feel like it might be pulling some of those glowy aspects from the Say Glow Serum. wondering why I like peachy blushes. It's just so pretty. All right, for highlighter, and this one I haven't used in a while. This is from Artist Couture. This is the Diamond Luxe Luminizer in Sex Posé. It was one of the first ones that I got from them. It is a rose gold shade. It's so beautiful. And it's crazy, for as much as I've used it, it looks like I've barely made a dent. All right, so we're gonna use it for the inner corner and the brow bone. I just wanted something a little more on the pinky side because of the color story that I used today. Oh, that is so beautiful. So stunning. I really like that. Now I picked out the Too Faced Fluff Up, or the Fluff and Hold, but I forgot to pick out a brow pencil because they do need to get filled in. Absolutely. They're just minimal. I have a couple, and oh no, let's see. I have the Alamar, I've got Melt, Charlotte Tilbury, which I haven't used in a while, Anastasia Brow Wiz, or Brow Definer, which I love, and then we've got the Winky Lux Unibrow. I think I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury because I haven't used it in a while. And if I need something a little more precise, we'll switch over. But I don't think I have a more defined brow pencil from Charlotte Tilbury. Alright, now that we're starting to get a pretty decent shape, I'm going to go ahead and finish them off camera. Okay, I did do my liner while I was off camera because it's not easy. I did the Sephora 12 Hour Colorful Contour Eye Pencil in the lower waterline, and then the upper waterline I did my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. It's just what I do because I like having it cohesive with the liquid liner. It is what it is. Now, before I go and do my mascara, actually, let's finish off the brows first. The Too Faced Fluff and Hold Laminating Brow Wax. I don't laminate my brows a lot, but this is going to help them lay down. Like, it really does. So, I just gently drag it backwards, but you got to do it quickly because they all of a sudden are like, let's lay where they are. So if you don't, like, secure them down, they are glued where you put them. Slick against the forehead, which is not something I do frequently recently. All right, but if you need something to lay them down and keep them there and not move, like, this is that. But also be careful because, like, if you do too much, it's like paste. So I don't reach for it often. I told you guys, I love the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. I love the Rare Beauty. This is just like mega hold, like against your eyes or your brow bone. I'm going to grab the spoolie off of this real quick. And there is some excess product. I'm just going to brush through real quick and make sure that they're shaped where I want them to be. Because if I use that spoolie from the Fluff and Hold, it's just putting more product on there. Sometimes you just need a dry spoolie to kind of like get some excess off. So this one is not available anymore. And I don't think she's released a new liner. If she has, I haven't picked it up. This is the House Laboratories. This is the one that she used to sell on Amazon. The liquid eye line. It's literally spelled like eyeliner. And it's in the shade Punk. It has a really nice, that doesn't help. It's got a really nice felt tip on it. Super pointy. Gives you a good cat eye. Let's see. I'm gonna bring my mirror very close. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Yep, pretty much. The downside is I think the tip is drying out. I didn't mean for my wing to go that high up. Shaking and I don't know why. We got there. It took some finesse. I did open this like 2-3 weeks ago because back here I have some of my like excess, and I had bought like 2 or 3 of these at one time. But I think it's time. This is the last one I have. So I think it's time for it to go. All right, we finally got it. They're not perfect. It is what it is. But this, it's going to be gone. I got some good use out of it. I've had it for a second. It's okay. I did also already curl my lashes, so now I can use the mascara. This is the MAC Stack. I think I'm going to do one more coat on the top and then do lips. It is a really nice mascara. At least mascara worked. Alright, we need a setting spray. The NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray. This one's just sitting on my table. I have a couple of them, but I really like this one. A little fan to let it dry down. And then press it in with a sponge. All right, for lips, I picked out 2. So I've got the Sigma Disney Princess and Cinderella. And it's just like a brownie pink shade. And then also the Pat McGrath Labs Nude Venus, which is also kind of a nudish pink with more of a, there's more like red to it. So I'm thinking for this, I'm probably gonna do the Sigma. Now for lip liner, I got quite a few. I pulled the drawer out. There's a bunch of them that I really like. Ooh, the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Lip Crayon. Let's use this one. With liquid lipsticks, I like to line my lips just to have kind of an outline. They're not always necessary. Just lined a little bit, nothing too crazy, but I like to have that lip liner there just to give kind of a basis of where the lipstick's supposed to be. All right, so. It's like a perfect shade match. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. Sometimes diving into your makeup collection, whether it's a small collection, a big collection, and refinding those items that you haven't used in a while can just kind of bring back that inspiration to continue to try out new things. I know when I did my declutter series back in December, January timeframe, I even said that I was going to start reaching for new stuff, and I have. I just haven't gotten through all of it because there have been also new releases that I also want to try out. So when I do have that opportunity, I just want to dive in and refine those items. But I also wanted to share them with you today, which is why we did a Shop My Stash. If you guys like the Shop My Stash videos, let me know so I can do them more frequently. I tend to forget to do them. I know like my monthly favorites I have started to do more frequently, and I've been on top of it for January, February, but I haven't done it for Shop My Stashes. So let me know if you look forward to those. I can see about doing them at least monthly. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.